Hello, it's Monday. Monday night. Um, it was alright today. I went to work. Went to the gym, and I had improv class. I'm making up an improv class because I missed one. Um, after. I also saw my counselor, Sarah, today. And we talked about something we've talked about a lot before, which is advocating for myself. Advocating for myself is not something that comes very naturally to me. What we said was we've talked about anger before. We've talked about comfort, and we found a connection between those two, in that I kind of handle them the same way, which is that I'll be something will happen, I'll be a little bit uncomfortable or a little bit upset, a little bit angry. But because it's small, I just ignore it, and I say, you know what, I don't have to address this. I can ignore this. It's small. So I ignore it, and that kind of becomes a new baseline. And then something happens that makes me a little bit more uncomfortable or a little bit more angry. But because it's a small change, I say, oh, I don't need to do anything about this. I can just ignore it. And so that continues until I'm so angry that I need to express it. Or I'm so uncomfortable that I can't stand it anymore. So it all starts with little things that I don't do anything about until it builds up. So Sarah's, she's encouraging me to advocate for myself and to pay attention to those little things so that they don't, build up into where I can't handle them anymore. She's encouraging me to take small steps toward comfort, because I don't have a lot of comfort in my life right now. And I feel really stuck about it because I don't feel like I can. For example, I am sleeping on an air mattress, and it's not terrible, but it's not great. But I don't feel like I can go out and get a new mattress because all the stuff that's at our house, I don't know what I'm gonna get from that. What if I end up being taking possession of the mattress from the house, and then I've bought a new mattress, and now I've got this mattress from the house, and what do I do? I've got two mattresses, and I have to deal with getting rid of one of them. So I don't feel like I can, for example, buy a new mattress, because the chance of me getting stuck in that situation is too great. So there are a lot of things, a lot of ways in which I am uncomfortable, but I feel stuck. So we talked about that a lot. But she's encouraging me to do, small things. Like buying a new mattress might be a big deal, but buying a new pillow, that's a small deal, but it could make a big difference in how comfortable I am. So she's encouraging me to make as many small steps as possible. And we also talked about, this physical comfort, which is kind of what I'm describing, mattresses and pillows and such. And there's also emotional comfort that comes from, knowing what is happening, knowing what's going on, knowing how things are going, and I don't. Um, I have no problem with my lawyer at this time. I think she probably is doing a good job. I don't know. I don't really know what's happening. I don't really know what she's doing. It's possible that nothing much is happening and she's not doing a whole lot. But I have no idea. And I don't know. I'm worried about asking her because just because, frankly, two reasons. One, it's expensive. She's, lawyers are expensive, and it's just really expensive. And then two, frankly, the more I, talk about it or interact with it, the more real it is, and that's kind of scary. So I don't really want to ask my lawyer for more information. Though if she just, told me more, that would be all right. So what I talked about with Sarah, right, is about these two different kinds of comfort, and we sort of decided that emotional comfort may not be in the cards for me right now. Just as a matter of fact sort of thing. But physical comfort I have at least some control over, so if I can focus on physical comfort for now, then hopefully I can make it through to a place where emotional comfort becomes a possibility. And I think that makes a lot of sense. I think it sounds good. And I think it's, something an idea that I can work with. Also with Sarah, I kind of talked about how over the weekend I've been a lot sadder than I had been. We talked about reasons why, but one of the kind of the overarching feeling underneath it all is not just like sadness, it's the feeling that I don't know what I'm doing is underneath a lot of it. I don't know what I'm doing. And she said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing." Just kind of in a very general sense, like, what am I doing? Like, I have goals, short-term and long-term goals, and I know that I'm working toward them, but it's hard to say right now whether they really feed me emotionally, whether they feed my soul or something. And it kind of feels like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I picture myself achieving my goals, and then I say, okay, now what's on the other side? And that's a question that I don't have an answer to. What does happiness after having achieved those goals look like? And I don't have an answer right now. But I think my goals are good, so I'm going to stick with them. Alright, it's pretty late and I'm tired, I promise. I have so much stuff going on this week. Oh, let's do a real quick purpose list, actually. Work today actually didn't really help me feel purposeful very much at all. Meeting with Sarah did, sort of, in that I am really looking forward to increasing my own comfort. I really like doing improv. I don't know if any of this stuff count as purpose. You know, something cool happened to me tonight, actually. I took the bus back from improv class, and I came in to the concierge to my building. He stopped me and he asked me some questions about music because he's seen me, you know, carrying a guitar around. And first off, he thought I was 24 years old, which is super cool because I'm about to turn 36. Sweet. And then we talked a lot about music because he's a musician and he does a lot with music. He's a rapper and he's pretty good. I mean, I met a lot of people that said they were rappers and then showed me their music and whoa. But no, he is good. He kind of reminds me stylistically of Tyler the Creator, and I'm a big fan of that. Anyway, we just started talking about music, and I talked to him for 20, maybe 30 minutes, just about music, the music scene in Denver, and I don't know, he was really supportive, and it kind of seems like, I don't know, I liked him. I enjoyed talking to him. I'd love to be involved in the music scene. Maybe we don't really work in the same style of music, but I think we could. Well, I think at first he'd have to help me out, but I'd be very supportive of him, I think. Like I said, his music was good, and his videos were good, and his pictures were good. It was all really good. So I'm going to go with that as something that makes me feel maybe purposeful. And it might be a form of project-based purpose, where the project is, you know, getting into music and performing musically again. Tomorrow, purpose for tomorrow. I'm going into work in person, which I typically like better. I've got another one of those coffee chats, which I really enjoy, and it's with somebody who like just started at the company, so that's cool. And then after work, it's improv class again, and it's actually the last class before our show on Thursday, so I'm kind of borrowing from the show on Thursday. I expect to feel purposeful tomorrow because of the class, which is given its purpose by the show. But yeah, I've got that to look forward to. So, once again, I promise that someday soon I will have time to go through and watch some videos and find out where I am in mine and Gabby's story so that I can continue with that. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.